Could you be a little more specific? You know, I feel real nervous being in here, Lionel.
Nervous?
Yeah.
What have you got to be nervous about? Julia's taking Augusta to lunch. You know how women are with those things. They're liable to be gone for days.
I just don't want them walking in while we're standing here. I tell you, this charade has got me all messed up. You know, I can't even talk to Rita now without first writing it out.
Cyrano de Lockridge. I'm beginning to enjoy this role. Listen, you may be dependent on me for your love life for the rest of your life. You know that, don't you?
I should hate to think so. Anyway, what's the plan all about? All I know is San Simeon.
All right, sit down here, Frank. No, just sit down and listen for a second.
Okay.
What I'm trying to create here is the ideal romantic kind of laboratory.
Laboratory? That doesn't sound very romantic to me.
Well, it will be. With the right champagne, and you'll have the ideal venue in which to operate. All you'll have to supply is the charm.
Oh.
And I'll even give you a little help with that, via cue cards and other visual aids.
Well, Lionel, you take away all my initiative, not to mention my spontaneous. I mean, you know, romance comes from the heart.
Frank, we don't need spontaneity here. All we need is a good sight reader. Save your ad-libs for Rita.
Is that why you hired those two guys, to build a fake Hearst castle?
No other reason.
None whatsoever?
None whatsoever.
What are they doing? They're thick as thieves in there. I bet they're conspiring about that big date Frank's taking me on. I'm dying to know about it. Can't you tell me? They haven't exactly taken me into their confidence, but I do know that it's Lionel's big moment. They've been referring to it as the moment of truth. Well, either he's gone mystical on me or he's taken up bullfighting. You know what? What? Why should they have all the fun? An idea is coming into this little pea brain. A very definite idea. Do you want to hear it? No. Go ahead, tell me. Maybe I have time to talk you out of it. You won't want to talk me out of it. You're going to love it.
I tell you, I don't know what more you want from me. I put out the APB on her. I thought it was premature, but I did it.
Just telling the police to keep an eye out isn't enough. You should be mounting search parties. You should have helicopter patrols.
Right, that's a great idea. Where do I tell them to look? Where do I tell them Kelly might be?
Kelly and Nick. Nick is missing, too.
We don't know they're together, Eden.
We went to the apartment. There were pictures everywhere. You can't tell me you weren't as disturbed by that as I was. Something was very wrong there.
Maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. I'm not going to condemn Nick Hartley out of hand unless I have some solid evidence to go on. I mean, for all we know, the two of them could be having fun together. They could be doing something nice. Maybe they're on a picnic. Maybe they're on a hike.
Except you don't really believe that. You're just sitting on the fence right now. And when you finally do get alarmed, it's going to be too late to do anything. You should do something now.
I am doing something now. And when I get something more to go on, then I'll do something else. So get off my case. I'm as worried about this as you are.
Gotta help Kelly. Gotta get out of this stinking well. She's alive. Just a little bit further. I can tell you. I gotta get out of here. You can do it, come on.
I think it's fairly obvious from his behavior that Nick Hartley is one of those tragic Vietnam casualties that we've all heard about. He's a man who comes back and can't adapt to the world that he's come back to. In effect, a walking time bomb ready to explode at any moment.
Well, that's a horrifying thought. I think Jack is right. Everything is pointing to Nick now. I was so blind, I should have been able to see what was coming.
Oh, Cece, how could you possibly have seen it?
There were indications. I just wasn't quick enough to recognize them for what they were.
No, Cece, you must not blame yourself.
Don't worry, it won't last long.
Have you found out anything?
Nothing definite, Mr. C.
Personally, I think it's Nick that's involved with Kelly disappearing. We went over to his apartment. There were a lot of pictures all around, all over the place. And I found a piece of material that I think came from Kelly's blouse.
Oh, Lord, then it's true.
I put out an APB on both of them, but I'm not going to make any presumptions about Nick's involvement until I see the lab report on that blouse.
Cruz, we don't have time to wait for lab reports.
Cruz, if Nick is anything like Peter Flint, I think that's what we're worried about.
Sophia, it's a little premature to be speculating about stuff like that. We don't even have one solid piece of evidence yet.
I don't give a damn about that. If Nick Hartley is innocent, then he can come and clear himself easily enough, but he hasn't come forward. And I want that man brought back then and found. Now, if you are not willing or able to do that, I'll go over your head. Do you understand?
You're my baby. All mine.
I love you, Mommy.
No! No! No, he's mine! He's mine! No! No!
Hey, come on. Take it easy. Hey, take a few deep breaths. Come on, you're gonna be all right. I'm right here now. I'm going to help. I am just so worried about this weekend.
Short lunch.
Worried about what, Augusta? I don't know him very well, and... True, he's an ex-astronaut, but that doesn't really reveal anything. I want to know more about him.
Have you asked him?
Well, it's very hard to ask somebody if they're sincere. I just don't want to be toyed with, Julia.
Well, I don't know how you prove his sincerity, even if he professes it.
I don't know either, except, well, he's coming over for tea later. Maybe I could, I don't know, put him to the test then.
Oh, really? What kind of test?
I don't know. It's the way I want someone to talk to me, and I want to be... I want to be romanced, and I don't know, I want to be courted. I don't want to be taken for granted. And, well, if Frank can't understand that, I'll just have to cancel the whole weekend arrangement.
I think that's a good idea.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I want to be taken care of and have nice things said to me, you know.
Well, now what are we gonna do?
I think the question is, what are you gonna do?
Me?
No, we just have to put our heads together and then figure out something good. I can't let this whole thing go. I put so much blood and money and everything else into this thing. I've got to think of something good. I really do.
You know something, Lionel? I feel like I'm getting in deeper and deeper and deeper, and I can't swim.
An astronaut who can't swim? I should have hired a pool man instead of the milkman.
I don't get it. What are you going to do? I'm going to make Lionel's life miserable for the next few days and take infinite pleasure in it.
I wonder how long it'll take them to get the electricity and telephone working again this time.
I can't remember it was done than this one. It could be days.
We need supplies. I might have to go into town even before the river goes down again. Listen. What's that? It sounds like someone over here.
Come back.
As I told you, Cece, you just say the word and I'll put in a call to my friends at the FBI.
I appreciate that, Jack.
Yeah, that's really nice of you, Mr. Lee, but there's no point in dragging them into this until we know that it is a federal matter indeed. I mean, so far, she hasn't even been kidnapped as far as we know. Until we get a ransom demand, she's simply missing.
And Nick is missing, too. Gee, maybe they were both kidnapped together.
Stranger things have happened.
Maybe they ran off together. Maybe they eloped.
Oh, Eden, I don't think this is something to be made light of. They haven't done anything of the kind.
Daddy, I know it isn't. It's just I'm trying to point out to Cruz that you're not facing the facts. Nick has done something to her. There's no possible explanation besides that. You are refusing to face it.
Yeah, right.
Well, if there's nothing more I can due here, I ought to be on my way. I've got a few appointments at my office.
All right, Jack, I'll see you out. I may still take you up on that offer to call the FBI.
Of course, I'll be glad to, whenever you're ready. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Thank you.
You're not doing a thing.
It's my job.
No,
to
stop.
handle this job.
Please, stop this. I hope you realize that this bickering isn't helping anything. It's only adding to the anxiety your father's over feeling.
Well, I'm sorry, Sophia, but I don't think your daughter is qualified to tell me how to do my job.
Oh, and if anybody knows how to do a job, it's certainly Cruz Castillo. Far be it from a woman to give any intelligent contribution.
Oh, there you go. That's right. You see, I won't give in to you, and therefore I'm a male chauvinist. It makes perfect sense, right?
Now, wait a minute. Cruz is right, Eden. You can't turn this into a battle of the sexes. He's just trying to do his job.
Oh, and I am so tired of hearing that. That's your excuse for everything lately, isn't it?
Ah, lemonade. For Brandon, I suppose.
And anyone else that would like it.
Next, you'll be baking him little cookies. Anything to stay close to him, right?
You know, the only reason I am here to take care of Brandon is because my mother is sick and she asked me to help out.
Yes, well, maybe his legal mother will be home in a few days, and then you won't have to help out. Would you be brokenhearted?
You don't get over what Gina has overnight?
Oh, I don't know. She seems calmer every time I see her.
Probably because they're sedating her.
I just think she needs a little more time, a little self-confidence. I'd say a week at the outside.
You don't sound very sure of that. I think you're just hoping.
Well, of course I'm just hoping. I'm not qualified to predict.
You know, I sense a great deal of uncertainty about Gina around this house. I don't think she's getting well as quickly as everyone expected. And that makes me wonder.
Well, everything makes you wonder, Santana. There's no need. The boy will be well taken care of. He's not going to be sent off to the workhouse like Oliver Twist. Santana, he's not yours. You have no claim to him. As trustee of his estate, even I have more to say about his welfare than you do.
Only you never gave birth to him. You don't know what that's like. I carried him for 9 months. He was born out of a love that Channing and I shared, and none of you, not one of you, know how much I loved that child, or how difficult it was for me to give him up.
Santana, you're just working yourself up over nothing. Gina is going to recover fully and be home very soon.
Oh, that's what Mason keeps trying to tell me. You know, I cannot believe that you two are actually in agreement over something.
Law of averages caught up to us.
Well, I don't care if you agree with all of North America. I don't think Gina is getting any better now, or will get any better in the future.
Well, I don't care what you think. You have no voice in this family. Today you're here as a servant, to serve and be silent.
Cece. Now, we're all on edge. It's not going to help anything for us to quarrel among ourselves.
I'll calm down when Santana's out of this house.
You are not going to shut me out of Brandon's life. Not any of you.
Santana, take it easy.
Leave me alone.
I can't stand people who can't abide by their decisions. She has no strength of purpose at all, and little character. She's not fit to be Brandon's guardian.
You know, Mr. C, she's in a hell of a position here, and I think that you, of all people, would appreciate it.
Why should I be concerned about Santana's sensibilities? If she can't accept the realities of the decision she made a long time ago, then let her stay away from here.
Don't you have any...
Cece Cruz, stop it, all of you. Stop it. Now, we have to be worrying about Kelly. That's where our concern should be right now.
I'm sorry, Sophia, you're right.
Look, we're all upset. Why don't we just get back to what's really important here, okay?
All right.
Mason, I want you to do something for me.
Really? What's that?
I want you to go see Gina. I promised her that I would stop by today, but this situation with Kelly, I just don't want to be away from her. I want you to find out how she's really doing. I want to know when she's going to be ready to come back home.
What's the matter, Dad? You worried about Santana?
You should be worried, too. All of us should be worried.
Do you feel better now?
Yes, much better, thank you.
Can you tell us what happened after you left here?
I had what you might call a very narrow escape. They gave up on me only because they thought they had killed me. How about the phone? Is it still out of order?
We can dial out, but when someone answers, no one can understand what we say.
It happened like that once before, and it took them a week to repair it.
Can I give it another try?
Help yourself.
Thanks.
What do you think?
I like him. He's one of us.
Hello?
Mr. Capwell, it's Nick Hartley.
Hello? Who is this?
It's Nick Hartley. Can't you hear me? I said it's Nick.
Nick? What have you done with my daughter? Where are you?
Kidnapped.
You're going to jail when I get my hands on you. I'll put you away for the rest of your life.
Mr. C, let me talk to him.
And if you harm a hair on Kelly's head, I'll kill you personally. You understand?
Sir, listen to me, please. Can't you hear me? I don't... Kelly is, but...
Listen, I'm going to find you, too. It's only a matter of time. I'll call out the National Guard if I have to.
Oh, my God. They think I've kidnapped her.
He hung up.
What did he say?
Yeah, well, there was too much static. Jack was right. Hartley's been in on this all the time.
I'm going back to the houseboat. Let me try to reach you there.
I'm going with you.
Listen, if he calls again, try to keep him on the line as long as you can. I'm going to put a tap on your phone. Let's go if you're going. Hello, you've reached 555-9807. I'm not around to take your call right now, but if you'll wait for the beep and then leave your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for calling.
Cruz, it's me, Nick. Listen, I didn't do it. You've got to believe that. Now, first off, they got Kelly. I thought they'd kill her, but I guess she's really all right. Now, listen, this is very important. They're probably going to kill her if we don't give them what they want. So give them the money if they ask for it, all right? I'll keep after them here on this end. We're in the southern Sierras, about 40 miles from Lone Pine, all right? The storm knocked out all the lines and washed out most of the roads, but I think I know where they are, and I'm going to go after them to find Kelly. Wish you were here. I'll get back to you. I can't wait around here. I've got to go after her now.
You know, Augusta, I only know that when I'm with you, I want the mountains to be on the moon, the sea to be on the sun, and everything except this time and this place to be incredibly distant.
Really?
Yes. You know, you came to me so suddenly. For all I know, you'll vanish just as quickly.
Oh, no.
No?
I have no plans to vanish. I'm fairly well settled now.
Oh, well, I wish I could take you someplace where the days are incredibly sweet and the nights just go on for hours and hours to a garden of delights beyond your wildest imaginings.
Frank.
Huh?
You see, that's all very nice, and it's just a bit literary, and Lionel was like that. See, I'd prefer to hear something from the heart. You know what I mean?
From the heart?
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, what can I say?
You're doing very well.
Well, you know, this date is not just an ordinary date to me. It's the fulfillment of a life's dream. You know, I've been all over the world, Augusta. Literally. I've been to the moon, and I'm in line for Jupiter. Well,
what?
Well, none of that can match the excitement that I feel when I'm with you.
Oh, it's very, very nicely said, Frank, truly.
Oh, thank you. You know something? I must say this now.
What?
Augusta, I look...
Sometimes it's a mistake to say things too quickly. You know what I mean? I think I know what you were about to say, and I think we should save it for our date, so then I can say all the things I've been longing to say and express. Because, you see, I, too, have some depths of emotion that haven't been plumbed.
Oh, well, I certainly hope I can be the plumber.
It's very nice.
This is about where the abandoned motel would be. Hope you can follow this.
Yes, it's fine. I want to make my way back there and see if they left any clues.
You have a long walk ahead of you.
I don't mind the walk. I just hate to waste the time it's going to take.
The motorcycle.
But it might not run. It's perhaps rusty and might not work.
Would you please let me borrow it, if I can fix it?
It would be useful. A car can make it over those muddy roads. But a motorcycle could.
But it's not ours to lend. Our nephew worked for it and spent his own money on it.
I think he would be pleased to let you use it.
I would take very good care with it, and I'll bring it back.
Yes. All right. If you can make it work, you're welcome to use it.
Thank you. I really appreciate what you've done. You have both been wonderful.
I wish you good luck. I hope you find them. And your girl.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad your men were able to take care of Hartley. With him out of the way, things ought to go a lot more smoothly. Listen, Renfro, what about Kelly? Oh, all right. Good. And when are you going to get to the silo? Already? When'd you get... All right, fine. Yeah, I'll be leaving as soon as I can get away. No, I got a plane standing by here and a helicopter waiting at the other end. I should be there by early evening. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you then.
Santana? Hello, Gina. I came to see how you're doing.
I thought maybe I was dreaming. Sometimes I'm not very sure.
Doesn't sound very good. I thought this little hospital stay was only going to be a few days. Looks to me like you could use a few months.
I want you to go away. I didn't need permission for you to visit me. You don't have any right to come here and say those things to me. How did you get in?
It wasn't hard. I just walked in.
Well, the security here isn't very good. I'm going to have to call somebody.
Wait a minute, Gina, before you do. I really didn't come here to do any harm. I just wanted to see you and see if I could do anything for you.
Oh, I know what you want to do for me. You want to take everything I have. Well, you stay away from me. You hear? And I don't want you back here again.
Gina, calm down. Don't you want to know about Brandon?
You keep your hands off of him. You hear me? You leave him alone. Don't you take her away from me. Don't you call me crazy. I'm not. Get her out of here.
Don't worry. I'm leaving here.
Well, what have we here?
She hit me. I came to see her, and she just... Never mind, Mason. Let me go.
Gina, what happened?
Oh, Mason. You have to help me. Oh, please, Mason. Help me.
Where would they take her? And how far? Damn it! What do they want from her? Cece didn't mention that they'd asked for any money. What was it those men said when I was in the well? What was it?
I can't see anything down there.
I know he's dead. I hit him once, maybe twice.
Well, maybe one of us should climb down there and make sure.
Sure. Go right ahead.
No way. Well, even if we only clipped him, the fall would break his neck.
That's true. He's had it.
Too bad he never knew the girl's still alive. Maybe he wouldn't have run away then.
Doesn't really matter now. We gotta get out of here. Renfro said he'd meet us at the silo.
A silo. They said a silo.
I don't care what the weather's like. I have to get up there. Oh, fine, then I'll pay you double the fee. Money's not the object here. Good. I'll be there within an hour. Just make sure the plane is ready to take off. Yeah. Goodbye.
Hi there.
You might have knocked.
Only opportunity knocks. Destiny just walks right in.
Yes, well, I hate to fly in the face of destiny, but that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. I have a plane to catch.
You're going away and leaving me?
Just for a short time. When I get back, we can play all the games you like.
Why, Jack, whatever do you mean?
As a matter of fact, while I'm gone, you might give some serious thought to what you've been doing. Because while it might have amused you, this little hard-to-get act has become a little tiresome to me.
This isn't like you. The Jack Lee I knew loved those little games. In fact, the hard-to-get routine was his favorite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe I've changed. People do.
Oh, I think you've changed, all right. I'm just not sure it's for the better.
We'll see what we can do about it when I get back.
Are you sure that you're not the one who's playing hard to get?
Oh, yeah, I'm very sure. Because I'm through playing, period.
Bruce, it's me, Nick. They've got Kelly. I guess they're going to kill her if they give them the money they have. That's it. warehouse about 20 miles from Lone Pine. A lot of the road. I know where they... I'll get back to you.
Oh, damn.
Guess that pretty well settles it, doesn't it?
I need to hear that again.
Yeah, I heard all I need to hear. He's got her.
Look, you can't tell what he's saying in the middle of all that garbage. You're just like the call to your dad.
He mentioned Lone Pine.
Cruz, it's me.
That's about the only thing I could understand him say.
What's it gonna take to get you to accept what's happened? That you don't know Nick the way you thought you knew him. He has kidnapped her, and you've got to find him. That's your duty, Inspector.
Give them the money
Do you mind if I use your phone again?
I don't think you'll have any better luck.
Maybe not, but this area is too big for me to search. I've got to get a hold of Cruz. I know he'll believe me and he'll come help.
Go ahead, then.
Why don't you just let Jack Lee call some of his friends at the FBI?
Jack Lee. I've got just as many contacts as that dude does, believe me.
Cruz, this is not about a popularity contest. It's about having somebody call something. Call the Army, the police department, someone. We have a location, Lone Pine.
Eden, we don't know what we have.
Well, I'm not going to stand here and argue with you. I'm going to call...
Don't touch that phone. Hello.
Cruz, thank heavens I got you. It's Nick.
Nick, is that you?
Yes. It's me. Listen, they kidnapped both me and Kelly. I managed to get away, and I'm up here at a farm just south of... I need your help.
Man, I can't make out a word you're saying. Listen to me. If you've got Kelly, you better bring her home. I don't know what's going on between the two of you, and I don't really care, but you better get her back here, man, because if you don't, all hell's gonna break loose.
You hear me?
All right. Okay, I'll do it all on my own. Do either of you know if there are any silos in this area?
Silos? There are hundreds of them.
Hundreds?
Oh, yes. When the weather clears up, you can see them. They line the landscape. Every farm in this country has a silo.
Wait. Maybe it's another kind of silo. Remember, there was some old missile silos back in the hills.
That's right, but they don't use them anymore.
Listen, that sounds what I'm looking for. Do you think you could draw another map and show me where they are?
Of course. But it's very rugged country, especially in this kind of weather when the rivers are flooded. We won't have an easy time getting there.
It's all right. I don't care how hard it is. I'll do anything I have to. All I care about is getting Kelly.
Okay. He just drove off. Good. It's a relief to get rid of him. Are you eating again?
I'm nervous.
So am I. Can I have one? I can't eat both of them.
Okay. Okay, now tell me what your plan is.
Well, I'm going to go ahead with the weekend. I'm going to make this a night Lionel will never forget.
Well, do you know what they're going to do? Do you know what's going on?
I couldn't pin him down, but it's something obviously very elaborate.
Ooh, I'd love to know what he's cooking up.
So would I. Oh, you should have seen his face. He was so afraid Frank was going to give him away. Now, what do you suppose Lionel is trying to do to me this time?
I don't know, but I think we could figure it out.
No, I don't either, but I bet he wants to embarrass me and fool me as usual, make a complete fool out of me. I wonder what he thinks his last laugh is going to be.
Why do you insist on believing that this is an attempt to humiliate you? Lionel just wants you to fall in love with him again, that's all. He wants his family back.
You're very tolerant of him. But you see, I happen to know him a little better, and I don't believe that. New Guinea headhunters have more respect for families than he does.
You know something, when I first came here, I thought you guys were doing your George and Martha routine. This is serious, isn't it?
I never told you the details of our separation, did I? You don't know what I had to endure.
All I know is from the beginning, Lionel's motives were completely unselfish. He wanted to restore your confidence in yourself. And in the process, he was hoisted by his own petard. He loves you, Augusta.
Well, that'll teach him to beware of pity.
So why are you being so hard on him? Why don't you just give him the benefit of the doubt?
Because there is no doubt, at least in my mind. You know, you're very poised and sophisticated, but you have a real naive concept of people. Lionel has managed to fool you and everyone, including his own mother.
So what are you going to do, punish him?
That's right.
And what do you do after you get your revenge?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't planned that far in advance. But I do know one thing. I am going to have my own life. I am going to be my own person and not part of Lionel's.
That's terrific. You should do that. Just don't shut him out, okay?
That's up to him. I know it can never be the way it was. I don't know if he's intelligent enough to know that, and if not, well, I've discovered I can do very well without him.
Anybody can get along without anybody. But that's not what makes the world go round.
Let's just wait until after that date. Then we'll see what makes the world go round.
I need to talk to you.
Boy, you seem pretty jittery.
I am.
Well, I'll get you something for it later this afternoon.
All right, but that's not what I need to ask you. I need your